My name is Brennon Peters from Southern California, from LA to SD. I got a film director and an actor. And you can check me out at Instagram.com/BrennonTBG. That's BrennonTBG, the black guy. And yeah, dude, I'm going to have a lot of good content coming for you guys soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I like that, by the way, and it's unfortunate that you have it because I would have used it.
Yeah, so I grew up in the Midwest, man, and like I grew up in like the migration times, I guess is what you would call it. And so like number one, I was one of the only colored people. I came out of like Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we moved north to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and I was probably the only colored person in that town. And then it started getting more migrated. And then I was pretty much the only mixed person in that town. So then I was dealing with racism from, the white folk. Now I'm dealing with from the old heads too of the colored folk. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just my own people. I'm the black guy, the THEE, the only one. That is me.
Absolutely.
And then I just wrote it out, man. And it's actually worked. I've gotten a lot of stuff with the black guy, man, because it always brings up that thing. People are like, oh damn, that's fucked up. Like yeah, but that's life, man.
Yeah.
It made me strong in the end, I guess. But what could I can't do nothing about it,
Yeah.
So laugh it off.
Yeah. Earlier we were talking about the journey, man. Has it been fun for you so far?
The journey's been amazing, dude. Well, like I said, like I'm a yes sir. When that phone rings, yes sir. Where am I going? Because even the greatest actors, they're waiting for that phone to ring, no matter what. Kevin Bacon said that. So it's just and always go forward. Do your due diligence. Are you getting new headshots? Are you doing your reels? Are you submitting to shows? Are you trying to come up with your own content? This is a game. And you're going to get out of it exactly what you put into it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been loving the journey. The journey was rough in the beginning because in the beginning, you're struggling. You don't know what you're doing. So you're doing free work. You're doing this. And then there was a time where I was like, you know what? Bam. I ain't doing no more free work. You're like, what? Like, sorry, bro. No more free work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done invested in myself. I went to school, I started paying for headshots, now pretty soon now you're like, damn, I'm turning into a real actor. And then all of a sudden you start sowing seeds. So what I mean by sowing seeds is you're submitting, you're doing this. You don't know who you're talking to, who you're not. You're just doing your due diligence. You're doing it good. You're auditioning and you're getting through. And then, sometimes people will call you back that they thought they worked with you. I did a 21 Pilots video. And there was this lady, she's like, hey, this is Veronica from, something entertainment. So we worked together on the Strokes video. I was just wondering if you want to come through and hang out with 21 Pilots, shoot a video with them. I said, yeah, dude, of course. We never worked a Strokes video, but I ain't gonna tell her that. I said, hey, yeah, dude, I'll be there. Send me the call sheet. I'm out, I'm game.
Yeah.
What happened was I probably submitted to it. They thought about it. I was like, yeah, let's think about it next time. Put it in a little sheet. And then when they're going through and trying to find these other people, is this guy still working? Because if he is, that nigga hard worker. Because this business ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the grind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be better than you. Like, all sorts of things. Like, even doing what I do with, like background and stuff on Big Sense. How many people do you think want to be background on Big Sense? Like it's the same game, just down. We're all fighting until the end. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so even with that, going like, man, I'm on Westworld, man, I'm a boss. You're on these movies and stuff that are coming out. You're like, man, ain't nobody else on that shit. Like, man, I try to get on that show. I'm on Disney, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit that's gonna be like raw. And be like, yeah, dude, I'm a part of that. And that means it just to a person that loves movies. That's what That's what's dope. That's why I keep doing it, because I love it. I love seeing myself on screen, or just being part of that on-screen display and putting yourself down in history. Like I will never be forgotten because I'm now embracing film.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to change? Like if you could go back in time, is there anything as far as your career is concerned?
No. As far as anything, I don't think I change anything because it wouldn't make me the person I am today. In order to make me the person I am today, I think I'd have to
100.
just
Yeah,
be
100.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
Because it's hard,
absolutely.
dude. It's hard being yourself. You know,
Ain't it though?
that's what no one understands. That's
Yeah, yeah,
until they get down. You know, my coach is like, he's like, you know what? He's like, just keep going, man. He's like, so you're doing good. He's like, just keep trying to be better at being yourself. And I was like, fuck, man, what does that mean? What is
hmm
that? And I tell you, I kept going all these, what does that mean? Keep being better at being myself. And I still don't know what it means, man. I just keep chasing it, and it keeps helping out. So,
yeah.
because I just don't get it. How do you be better at being yourself, man? It's a mind mess up there. But as long as you keep trying to, be better at being yourself, what comes to you has got to be yourself. And I'm happy to
Absolutely.
see that. I feel there's Brennon Peters out there, and that's me. Yeah, I just landed there 10 years ago, and then I got lost for a little bit. And then recently, 2 years now, I've been just living on entertainment, no more corporate world. So that's what's up.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what's up. Absolutely, 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 man. Well, so out of all of those things that you do, man, what do you think is your favorite thing to do?
Well, my favorite, I mean, obviously I love acting. I mean, that's the only job I have.
Mhm.
That I got to be to work on time somewhere. So first, tell me what time I got to be somewhere.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's entertainment at its fullest. I
Mhm.
just love the arts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
there's just something about art and the way that it's portrayed through all of its forms that just makes it so beautiful. Like when you watch people, because it's all service. All of art is just basically we're doing a service for somebody else, whether it's painting a picture or making a movie, or we're bringing visions to life.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
and to watch people getting in touch with their emotions to try to present that to people is even more amazing. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So if I hit you with that philosophical question, does art reflect life, or does life reflect art? Where are you on that?
So I think art reflects life because it's the deeper emotion. It's stuff that we can't even talk about because it has to be portrayed through the art. That's how the art has come about, right? We
Mm-hmm.
don't really know what the pictures did going. They're throwing paint all over it, and at the end, you're just like, "Whoa, dude!"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's like the same with like music. Like when I write a song, it's just like I'll be sitting there, just doing nothing, and it's like rambling through chords, and then all of a sudden, like, dude, that's part of a song, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
or with acting, that's I feel is a little different type of art because I have to portray an emotion. I have to feel this emotion so deeply, and I have to be involved with it so deeply that it has to make you believe
Mm-hmm.
that I am having that emotion, and that emotion it's actually true. Like I just had this screen test the other day, and like it got really high heated. The director had
Mm-hmm.
to call cut 3 times, but it's like because we didn't hear him the first time because during that moment,
Yeah.
shit real. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying?
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is as real as it gets. You got to if you don't do it that way, then they're like, yeah, let's pass on that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's about
So,
that.
but what's the trick? What's the trick of becoming that emotional or becoming that person? Like, for example, I did watch your monologue, "Am I a Bad Guy?" Like, what was the trick for that? What was the trick for becoming that person?
You like that? That was
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I scared myself.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I was,
Yeah,
I was like, whoa,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
so it's like, it's getting deep,
Mm-hmm.
so it all starts down with getting the script, right? That's because I help teach people. I always tell them, what's the number? And they're like, oh, what kind of acting did I'm like, dude, I've been doing this since 3 years old. I've been playing pretend. You know what I'm saying? If you
Mm-hmm.
know how to play pretend, you're in because
Yeah,
that's all it is,
right.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, but like, you got to feel it. You got to become it. You got to break it down to every piece. Like, I did that monologue a good at least 20 times,
Mm-hmm.
is and like each time it's like, okay, where is he going with that? How does he feel? What's the relationship to every single piece? And then when I figured out, I broke down the relation, you could tell like in the monologue, every piece, I have a different emotion almost to it as
Mhm.
I'm presenting it, because I broke down that emotion to that extent, like how he feels towards the other guy, that, hey, all of a sudden now we find out he picked on me in high school or whatever,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like,
Mhm,
you
mhm.
know,
Yeah,
it's a
that was the
whole
twist. Yeah.
different, a
Uh-huh.
whole different twist, where
Yeah.
we were feeling sorry for the guy at first. And I was like, whoa,
Mhm.
hold on, what really happened.
Yeah.
And that's how you capture the audience too. I tell, don't worry about periods or nothing. Worry about, this is your time to shine. Like, think about it. How do you really talk? And at that moment, how you feel? Everybody's been in trouble. Everybody's told a lie. How do you feel when you do that? How you talk and how's your heart moving? Like what's happening everywhere else around you?
Mhm.
Because you ain't telling a lie. Going, well, what happened was is that
Yeah. Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Mhm.
You have to be fully immersed into that character. I had the flickering of the candlelight going on.
That's right. Yeah.
To try to bring down the levels even more. Just try
Mhm.
to immerse yourself into that dark place.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's the beauty of acting, is like you can immerse yourself into places that you can't go to, you know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
you can't judge the character as well, because it's the character of who you actually are, but not who you really are, really. So you have to be that character, even if it's like something that you would definitely not morally do, but you have to morally be that character because you cannot judge the character. That's the hardest part that you see a lot of actors trying to do. But in the end, we're just acting.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's the biggest part to remember.
Mhm.
A lot of people can't understand that, and that affects their acting.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you give a lot to each character you play. Are you empty like after you finish the scene?
No,
No.
I'm an improv master, man. I tell you now, like, I go off on just random shits.
Hmm.
It's just everybody's lived a life, man. You have it all.
Hmm.
Everybody's got it all up there.
Yeah.
Tap in. You can tap into all those things, and then just once you start talking, you can just keep talking. You
Yeah.
just gotta find out what to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's how all the rappers, they be doing them whatever you call acapella improv,
Hmm.
whatever nonsense.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
same thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's tap in and go, run with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
make sure you're tapping into the right emotions so that you can reflect those right emotions as well. I have a little, my stuff's a little bit more like comedy. I can turn a little bit stuff in more comedy. I'm leaning more towards drama because I want to be able to present. I don't want to be known just for comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart, they already got him.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah.
I'm trying to, do like the comical drama type deal stuff I'm working on. I got a couple good pictures coming, so that's pretty sweet.
Is that where you like you do you think that that's where your niche is gonna your niche will be at? Is the comedy drama, or do you think sci-fi, or what do you think best
Oh,
fits you?
I think it's everything, bro. Like, I
Mm.
love to play pretend. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, it's funny they say sci-fi because like I want to be a druid in a movie eventually. Like,
Okay.
just it
Yeah.
sounds cool. Like
Yeah.
me being just a druid, living so long, presenting my intelligence among people, that have lived. Like, hey, that's not the right way. We should do this. Like, I'm here to protect you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
locks is all graying up and everything. It's gonna work out great. But then come to the dramas, and I might even want to get into action. So it's just it's everything. I ain't never gonna fly a plane, right?
Yeah.
But in acting, I can fly a plane.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah. That's
So
right.
it's like you're trying to do everything. It just keeps getting higher and higher. Like I'm actually writing this like Western type deal thing, Western sci-fi. Just because I'm like, I want to be like a Western cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Portray it. And I'm not going to go out and buy horses and buy a ranch and stuff like that, but I can
Mm.
live it for a couple of days,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
and
absolutely. Yeah.
get the
Hmm.
enjoyment out of it. That's
Yeah.
the best part about the gig.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get to be a reverend, you know, and in one show a detective and
Yeah,
another
yeah.
a
Police officer, what
professor.
show? Yeah, nurse, doctor,
You know,
yeah, all of that. Absolutely.
it's great. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
man, yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
You know, then
yeah,
you don't have to do it for a real job to figure out if you like it or don't.
yeah,
And if you do like it, you do more shows about it.
yeah. There you go. There you go. How does one stay sharp as an actor? Like, what do you do? Are you taking
Prep, you
seminars,
need to prep.
classes, lots of
Yeah,
improv? Okay.
yeah, you need to prep whatever it is that you prep. Prep can be whatever you do. Monologues, you can go to classes. I feel I've gone to I've gone to classes, but I've got everything I think I need from the classes. And so like I throw on like things that I'm gonna start a new show. Actually, it's gonna be an improv show because that's what I do like every day. I improv every day. I try to draw attention to myself every day, whether if I'm like at the grocery store, I'll be dancing, doing groceries and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that you can stay in that niche of I don't care. This is me. This is who I present myself to be. Because as soon as you start, you know, thinking about am I embarrassed or anything like that, the whole career is going to be done. You know, because you're going to be asked to do some dumb shit. I was on Megan Thee Stallion's video and featured actually, and I'm drinking milk off the ground from
Oh, really?
a milk
Okay.
jug, yeah, and then
Okay.
coming up to a Great Dane in my face. You know, which a lot of people are like, nah. I'm like, shoot, let's do it. You know, like
Yeah.
let some other casting directors see that. And like, oh, this guy's down. I mean, I'm getting paid, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah, like let's do it. Plus, that just makes me gonna get more of a role than you because you were like, nah, I'm too good for that.
Right.
It's acting, man. You know,
Right.
that's what I'm here to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's the bigger goal? Like, is your aim to be in Hollywood or just be able
Fuck
to pay your bill as
Hollywood,
an
bro.
actor? Well,
I pay.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
You know, like I'm on the bottom fucking. I'm on that bottom up, but I'm climbing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm there.
Mhm.
I'm up there. I've done some good pictures. Yeah, I'm gonna be an A-lister, man. Eventually, that is the main goal. My main goal is to take over the world, but I mean, on the way there, I'm gonna be an A-lister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do. I do. Is there
Yeah,
anybody particular, like other actors you want to work with or you would
definitely.
like to work with?
I would definitely like to work with Shia LaBeouf. I mean, he's on the outs right now.
Yeah.
Danny Radcliffe.
Hmm.
Um, Meaning, basically, because they've gone so long being somebody else that they're amazing at it. Like watching Danny Radcliffe work is just beyond. Shia LaBeouf too. And the preparation that they put into their characters
Hmm.
is beyond. You know, and they break down scripts very, 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 very well according to the characters.
Hmm.
Um, and then obvious Denzel Washington, Michael B. Jordan. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got where you're
Yeah. The
nice. You
greats.
know,
Yeah. The greats.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, work on a Martin Scorsese movie.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
yeah, there's definitely I'd love to do a lot. You know, you just gotta truck. It's all about the journey. Steve Harvey told me I did some Celebrity Family Feud and it was cool. We did for like 3 days. So I had to hang out with Steve Harvey.
Hmm.
He was like, dude, you gotta enjoy the journey. You know, he's like, you already know where you're going. So now you just gotta sit back and just let it drive you.
Yeah.
And that's all I do, really. Like I got shows in Vegas. I go to Sacramento. I'm in LA every week.
Hmm.
It's not fun driving, but you got to do what you got to do. Pretty
Yeah.
soon I'll be flying.
Yo, I absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So, but where were you? Where were you mentally before Steve Harvey gave you that advice? Were you already trying to enjoy the journey, or did that kind of
Yeah,
shake you up a little bit, or what happened?
yeah. I mean, I was there, but that was just some good reassurance because, so
Ah,
I left my job probably 2 years ago and said I used to be a district manager of a restaurant,
yeah.
right? A
Hmm.
lot of stress and whatnot. And then towards the end, I started trading watches because I wanted a Rolex. And so then I got a couple Rolexes just by
Yeah.
trading watches.
Yeah.
And then I talked to my wife. I was like, hey, man, I said, I think I understand the game. Like
Yeah.
everything is a matrix, right?
Hmm.
And each matrix you put yourself into, you always start at the bottom, but you can work yourself up to the top. There's just certain things you got to do to make yourself get to those ways. I
Hmm.
was like, dude, I want to get back into acting. I said, I was, I always loved doing plays and all that. Is like, that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I left my job and I've been doing this ever since. dude, I'm cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a struggle a little bit sometimes, but in the end, it's because that's what you want to do.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. I definitely understand that. Yeah, yeah. To you, what's the biggest difference between like doing something on stage as opposed to doing something on screen? Or is there a difference?
on stage like a theater,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh, theater is more like I have to overreact. You know what I'm saying? I have to speak louder. My emotions aren't going to be 100% on par because of how much I have to push in order for everybody to be able to hear me. So it's more overreacting. I feel theater is even with singing Broadway, it's all projected.
Okay.
As
Okay.
in, film is more like how can you be that person?
Yeah.
This is real life. I'm just walking by with a tap and have a camera and see what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And now sell it to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Because you in the journey you come along and you see people that think they know how to act, think they want to act, stuff like that. And it's just like it's hard. It
Well,
is.
I was getting ready to ask you that. Is acting something that's difficult to do?
Yes, I tell people the number one thing of acting is learn how not to act. you
That's the
know,
key. That's the key, man. That is
like
that is so much the key. Yeah. Yeah.
it is because people be thinking that, hey, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna act away. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And like they forget. A lot of things people don't do when they're acting is listen. People don't listen. That's a big thing to do. They're always rushing to get to their next line instead of just relax, listen, because the tone of your voice is going to tell me how I need to answer a line. If you answer a line all happy and I come back all mean or something like that, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And
Yeah.
people will do that because people
Mm.
be so quickly to rush into their lines. It's like, bro, just relax, man. Like we got all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's right.
Like that's it. Relax. Another piece is who cares? We're making money. If you care, you know what I'm saying? That's another piece of your game that's off. Like this is what's gonna make you, no matter what. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't matter what it is, you're getting paid for it.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? There'll
Mm.
never be anything terribly wrong. It might make you kiss a guy or something like that. Yes, sir. But let me tell you, that paycheck go higher, and casting directors, let me tell you, is gonna be all up on it. Wesley Snipes did it in 2-1 food. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
like
Mm-hmm.
it sucks, that you got to look at shit like that. But when you're trying to go get the cookie, man, like it's there. All you have to be cool because they got to know that if they book you on something and you got to do a partial nude scene or something like that or a sex scene, and then you walk off set because you're not cool with it no more, you just cost $350,000.
Right.
Now they got to cast somebody, you know what I'm saying? So like
Mm.
Hollywood's very, very, very small. And like the outside of Hollywood is very, very, very small. So
Mm.
I mean, I work with the same people on a lot of different shows because we're all there trying to get to that next level because it's so small actually, because they only let so many people in to make sure that are you good? How's your work ethic? Are you gonna make this audition? Are you gonna make it this week? Are you not gonna be screwed up on set? There's so much that goes behind the production value of even being an actor that will let you make more money
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
than it is.
Mm.
It's weird,
Yeah.
but
Well, I definitely agree with you. There's a small circle, but is there a lot of people trying to get into that small circle?
I would probably say, yeah, there's probably a lot of people trying, but there's opportunities everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Right. So
Uh-huh.
I feel everyone has an equal amount of chance, you know, because it's not just about your acting. So first, and this is where I'm at. I'm at the cusp, right? Where now I'm confident about my acting. I'm putting out pictures. I'm putting out, B pictures, some shorts and some B films. And then I'm also being backgrounds inside some big films, doing stuff with, artists and music videos and stuff being featured in those. Now it's time for me to build more of my brand. So
Okay.
that's where I'm at the brand building stage. Uh, I almost got accepted to Firestarter Entertainment. So right now I'm with Defects Entertainment out of Denver, which is like a medium agency. Firestarter Entertainment is like #1 agency. And they said I didn't make it, but it had nothing to do with my acting. They said it just I'm pretty sure I had to do with my a reputation on like IMDb. And so I have to work more IMDb people, which means like advertising more of my IMDb ratings, get more of my Instagram numbers up.
Yeah,
doing the hustle thing, which sucks, but I mean it's understandable. You know, they got to sell movies, right?
that's right. That it is called show business, right? It is called show business.
You know, but at least you know that's why it's a journey. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not just I keep a lot of my stuff on YouTube and stuff like old auditions,
Mm-hmm.
bruh.
They need to see
You
it.
know,
Yeah, they need to see it.
when you start, you're horrible, you know. But it's cool as you can see yourself growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. So it's great that hey man, nothing happened last year. No, I might have thrown away probably 3 big opportunities, which I mean that's still huge opportunities because that's 3 big opportunities. But you know, I wasn't ready for it. No, I'm glad the world didn't see what the hell was going on. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that'll ruin you too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's right. That's right. That's right. What do you think you've gotten better at? Like when you go back and you look at your stuff and you see your evolution, have you gotten better at everything, or what's more specifically you've been able to get better at?
Just getting in the world, getting in that place, you know. Like being able to break down that script so well to Am I a Bad Guy comes out and works amazing.
Yeah.
Like ever since Am I a Bad Guy, that was like one that I was so happy about. I'm like, good. And that was written by this lady in England, actually. I'm in this little workshop with her with a bunch of England kids, which is cool because I mean, I don't know. Why not? Let me get hurt up in England.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, so she wrote that actually for this group. And I was like, oh, dude, and she wrote it in like 2 days. I was like, dude, this is awesome. It's nice to find writers like that. You know, it's beneficial, especially with some deep down secrets. You know, that was deep just to be written by somebody. And I was even more happy to perform. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like being able to get into those places, breaking down them scripts, and it all comes down to prep. You know, like that's it. And that's what all the people like that I want to work with is like that's what they're all about. Prep. You prep so much, there will be nothing that's going to go wrong. You'll be ready for everything.
Yeah.
You know, because it could turn on a switch. No one knows what movie you're making.
That's right.
Until it's done. You know what I'm saying? Because how you respond to me, even we have our lines memorized, right? So that's second nature. But how we respond with our actions, with our emotions, with our facial expressions, that's a whole different story. And then that might make everybody be like, whoa, wait, let's hold on, fuck that mind. Let's rotate these in here because this needs to be something higher and deeper, you know, or something like that. Like that's the beauty of it, because them lines that just makes, you know, some words go across the screen. It's about everything in between the lines, you know, that connection with your other, you know, your co-star, like to have those, like I was telling you earlier about the emotion where Drake got yelled cut 3 times, you know, like because he getting scared. But everything's cool, you know. Everything is everything okay? Everything good? No, everything's fine, man. We just having fun time. Just having a fun time. You know, okay. I was just making sure because that looked real. Yeah, that's what we want, right?
Yeah. Well, how long did it take you to get there to the point where you kind of understand the role of an actor, not just, you know, saying your lines, but what you mean to the plot and what you mean to the director?
I took a couple classes with this guy named Brent Harvey, and he used to teach the LA Film School. He didn't like the LA Film School because of like how corporate the schooling system is. Like, hey, good job and this and that. And he wasn't cool with that. Yeah, this guy's an asshole. but that's what you need,
Yeah.
because he's gonna force new tools into you. He's gonna take all your old stuff, rip it out, and give you a new set that takes you deep. And that's all it needed, man. My first class, I was in there, and we had to do True West, me and my buddy. So it's have you heard the play True West?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, brothers. I was playing the older brother, right? So he's kind of the guy that's less intelligent, we'll say, because he didn't have the schooling, and I took it a little bit too far, with the accent. He like straight stopped, threw things on the ground. I was like, "Do you want to go over there and check off?" He's like, "Cause that's what you're doing right now. You're doing a one-man show." And I'm like, "Good, I got so purple, because I can't get red. So obviously the purple came out." Yeah. I was like, man, and then I took the whole class, and that's how he is every time. And then I went back and I took another class. And this time, I knew what I was getting in for. So I did Shawshank Redemption, Morgan Freeman monologue, right? And then I had it perfect. And then still, he's like, boop, stop, that was shit. Because that's what Morgan Freeman would say. Even though it didn't sound nothing like Morgan Freeman.
Right.
He's like, now we're gonna break some shit down. And then he made me think about my feelings on Black Lives Matters and stuff like that, or whatever. And then he's like, all right, now say your line from there. And it's just taking on a more deeper journey of relating yourself to a situation that could be situational to the character, so that those emotions, even though that you worked on it for a long time, that wasn't a true emotion, relate that emotion to an emotion that is very similar in the character's emotion through something that has happened to you, and just take on that essence. And then from there, make magic. Because you just need it for a little bit. You just need to find it.
Yeah.
As long as your co-star is just as good as you, it's the energy will then keep going. If not, just keep going and hope everything will look good on screen.
Yeah.